It's been a little over 4 months since the PS4 Pro came out, and even longer for the Xbox One S and PS4 Slim. So I think it's about time we have a little update on what's changed and what we have to look forward to coming soon. First, let's take a look at the Xbox One S. Now, when this first launched, it was going for $300, but now you can find it as low as $240 for a 500 gig bundled with Minecraft, or pay a little extra if you want a different game or larger hard drive. Now, one of the biggest ongoing strengths of this system is its focus on being not only a gaming system, but also a multimedia device, having an HDMI in, 4K video support, and UHD Blu-ray support, something that neither the PS4 Slim or PS4 Pro have, and the largest number of streaming apps to choose from. When it comes to actual gaming, one of the biggest strengths the Xbox One S has is actual backwards compatibility with select 360 games, the list of which has gotten pretty large and has a lot of respectable, great titles on it. It also has the more comfortable controller. Now, one of the interesting aspects of the Xbox One that's either a big strength or weakness depending on your viewpoint is the idea of play anywhere. Basically, any game that you own on Xbox One, you can also play on a Windows 10 PC or vice versa and share save files between them. The downside, though, is that this means that there are no longer any true Xbox One exclusives, as those are all going to be on PC as well. Meanwhile, with the PS4, there are currently two different models to choose from. The PS4 Slim that originally went for $300, but you can now get as low as $260 bundled with Uncharted, and the PS4 Pro, which still comes by itself, no game bundles just yet, at $400. Now, while the Xbox One has been focused on being an all-in-one multimedia device, the PS4 has been much more focused on just gaming. It does have some additional services like PlayStation Vue for watching TV channels, or PlayStation Now, which allows you to stream play PS3 games, though they have announced PS4 games will be coming in the future. But the real focus is on the fact that both the PS4 Slim and Pro are more powerful than the Xbox One S. While it doesn't have UHD Blu-ray support like the Xbox One, it does support 4K video, and games on it that are patched specifically for it do offer native 4K resolutions, or at least closer resolutions that are upscaled using a variety of techniques, the mileage of which does vary by game. Now, since my last Xbox One vs PS4 update, there have been some changes, mostly for PS4, thanks to the recent 4.5 software update. The biggest things being that you can now use external hard drives with both PS4 Slim and PS4 Pro, something that was originally a strength just for the Xbox One, and more importantly for the PS4 Pro, boost mode. The update did include a couple other benefits, such as being able to add your own custom backgrounds, and a cleaner UI in some spots, especially the notifications tab. Meanwhile, there hasn't been any major software updates for the Xbox One recently, but there has been a lot of talk for ones that will be coming sometime in April, including removing the Snap feature, which will free up system resources and hopefully boost the performance of the Xbox One, making the UI snappier, and an interesting new feature called Co-Pilot Mode, where two players share two separate controllers but act as one.
Your twin powers activate!
The idea being that if someone has a disability and has problems using a controller on their own, they have a way to get a little help, making the Xbox One the more accessible system for them. Now, of course, ultimately the reason you're thinking of getting a gaming system is, well, gaming. And so always, one of the big questions you need to consider is exclusives. Since my last video, Microsoft has had some pretty good games coming out, including Gears of War 4, Halo Wars 2, Forza Horizon 3, and Dead Rising 4, though due to Microsoft's Play Anywhere approach, these are all available to PC players as well. Meanwhile, the PS4 has been pushing a lot harder for games that are completely exclusive to it, with titles like King of Fighters 14, Yakuza 0, Last Guardian, and of course Horizon Zero Dawn, with a handful of games that are exclusive to PS4 but also on PC, like Nier Automata and Nioh. And if you look at a full list of exclusives since launch, it's pretty clear the PS4 currently offers the larger catalog. As of right now, PS4 has been outselling Xbox One at about a 2-to-1 ratio, but there are a lot of interesting things on the horizon for Xbox One that just might turn the tide. As I mentioned earlier, there is a big update coming in the future that will add some new features and up the system's performance, also cleaning up the UI, but we'll also be getting news later this year at E3 for their console upgrade, the Scorpio, a system that, if early spec reveals are true, will definitely beat out the PS4 Pro in performance, as well as bring VR gaming to Xbox. One really interesting thing to me that they've talked about recently, though, is Xbox Game Pass, a service similar to PlayStation Now and EA Access, giving players access to a library of 100 games that rotate in and out. The interesting bits, though, are that the service would only be $10 a month, half the price of what Sony charges for PS Now, the games would be downloadable, not stream played, meaning a smoother experience, and any games currently on Game Pass will also have a 20% discount if you like the game enough that you want to buy it and own it permanently. There are of course also future exclusives to get excited for, like Crackdown 3, Sea of Thieves, Cuphead, and I swear someday Below will come out on this system. I've been talking about it in every single one of these Xbox One versus PS4 videos. It just needs to come out sometime soon, eventually, please. On the other hand, Sony doesn't really have much in the form of upcoming hardware or major software updates. That's all happened pretty recently. What we do have though are a lot of major games coming out, a lot of which do still have pretty unclear release dates. Though for sure this year we can at least look forward to Persona 5, Uncharted Lost Legacy, the Crash Insane trilogy, and maybe Detroit Become Human, with big future names like God of War 4, Last of Us 2, and Final Fantasy VII Remake coming out someday in the future. As things stand right now, my previous conclusions about these systems remains pretty much the same. The Xbox One is the superior multimedia console and has an excellent small handful of first and third person shooters, while the PS4 is the much more dedicated gaming system with an excellent library of exclusives that should not be missed. That being said though, PS4 has pretty much gotten to the point where we're just waiting on more games to come out, while Microsoft has a lot of interesting wildcards on their way, including Xbox Game Pass and of course the Xbox Scorpio, which we'll learn more about this coming E3.